Hey everybody, this is Chromar with TGN, and I'm here today to bring you another Rift video. This is for the Rift Beta 5 event, and today we're taking a look at the Saboteur Rogue. Yes, the Saboteur spec, or soul, or whatever you want to call it, is, for the Rogue, is the Saboteur is very interesting, and let's see here. I have the Saboteur, Ranger, and Riftstalker, which are the recommended subtrees. So you're going to notice I have a Razor Beast from the Ranger, who I have set on passive. Now, and watch this. This is how the Saboteur general gameplay goes. I'm going to attach these charges, which give you combo points. But notice it doesn't aggro the mob. Then I'm going to start casting a Ranger ability. And then a finisher. And you see how quickly that damaged the mob here. I attach some more charges, and then boom, all at once. Now, you noticed... Here, that's quick. You notice that they don't do any damage. That's just the way Saboteurs work. The charges don't do damage until you hit the finisher. Oh, get on him. There you go. Like that. Oh wow, 575. That's a huge crit. So as you can see, Saboteur is very unique in that the combo points don't do damage right away. They build up, and then you detonate them, and then they do damage. So pretty neat. And there are artifacts everywhere. Build up charges. And kablooey. Alright. So, what are these abilities that I'm using, and how do they work? Let me get to safety first so I don't get mauled by any more spiders. Now, first of all, the Ranger ability you saw me use is Splinter Shot. I'm using this to open because it just provides a really powerful bleed. It's very efficient use of energy and time, and everything else gives you 2 combo points, high damage, so very good ability. I use this with other classes too, where I have Ranger as a sub-spec. It's just a really nice ability. I also start out by attaching some charges. Now, let me just show you what charges are. This is an example. This is the first charge you get as a Saboteur. Attaches a charge in the enemy, dealing damage when detonated. And then you're detonated by detonate, of course, which is your finisher. So you can attach any combination of 5 charges and then detonate them at once. And it's in addition to your blast charge, which is straight damage, you have spike charge, which is a bleed. It does not stack, by the way, so putting 5 spike charges doesn't seem to do much good. I just put 1. And then there's many other kinds of charges as well. Shrapnel charge here it does AoE when detonated. Caltrop slows them very slightly, but if you put multiple, it stacks. Splinter charge gives an armor debuff. And concussion charge stuns. There's still one more that I don't have yet, which is Ember's Charge, which causes the enemy to take additional damage, puts a debuff on them. And obviously, and it says 2% per charge. So in a group or raid situation, what you'll be expected to place a 5 stack of Ember's Charge and maintain it. So charges and detonate definitely form the vast majority of my damage as a Saboteur, but there's still some other abilities that I haven't quite got to yet at this level. We have traps and bombs. Traps, I do have one trap that's of note, which is Entangling Trap, and basically, as you can see here, you place it, it springs, and it roots the enemy for 8 seconds rather. It's not a great trap. I mean, I found it's very unreliable, but it's still something. And if you get a few more levels here, you can get improved, which increases the range. I suppose that would make it more reliable. That might be the reason why enemies don't trigger much. I don't know. Another trap which I passed up due to not having, being short on talents was a Barbed Trap, which just places a bleed on enemies when it springs. Not a big deal. We've got Debilitating Trap, which places a debuff on an enemy. I'm not sure how easy it is to use this, since you have to place it and have them trip it, but I can see how, you might want to use this in a group. Booby Trap, this is a really powerful one that I can't get for a while, but it pretty much explodes and hits everyone around it. Then we have bombs. Bombs are basically instant damage. Like Annihilation Bomb is the most simple one that just explodes and hits everybody. Again, I'm like 1 level away from getting it. You notice it says I have 21 points Saboteur, so I could technically get one of the talents in this tree. I just really wanted to finish out Improved Detonate, and I couldn't really pull any other talents. I'll show you why in a minute. But anyway, the other bomb abilities, I do have another one, chemical one, which I've used a little bit, but it's pretty crappy. It's just not that much damage and doesn't do damage fast enough to really be. I mean, it's almost free. It only costs 30 energy, but it's not that great, and it doesn't give you a combo point, so I don't really use bombs. Now, Fragmentation Bombs a little better because while it still doesn't do a combo point, at the very least, it does instant damage instead of damage over time. So you can spam it to a group of enemies. If there's any that are low, that'll get wiped out pretty fast. The last one here is Adhesive Bomb, or I like to call it Grease Bomb because it kind of looks like the Grease Trap from Dragon Age, but any enemy that walks through it is slowed. That's about it. So that's all the Saboteur's attacks. Charges, detonate, traps, and bombs. And obviously charges make, the vast majority of it. So let's take a look at some of these talents that make those so effective. There's some excellent talents in here. First, this just gives you more charge range. I know it's simple, but it's very important because the charges have very short range by default. Silent setup. This is like the most important talent here. This is why I'm able to throw the charges without aggroing mobs. For soloing, this is so great to be able to do this. It makes it a huge advantage. So I definitely recommend this talent. Improved blast charge ignores 50% armor, so obviously this is a massive increase in damage. No kidding. And then improved detonate, which is a very large bonus for, although it is a lot of combo points, or it is a lot of talent points rather. And then lastly, Nimble Fingers. The interesting thing about Nimble Fingers, this is available so low in the tree that Saboteurs are a really nice sub-spec for just about anyone, because if you just put these 5 points, you get, not only do you get 15% dexterity, but you get Fragmentation Bomb, which is a really nice AoE, so makes Saboteur a pretty good sub-spec for some people. Oh, you guys again. Yeah, so these guys, this is pretty effective here. Boom. So, anyway, I've done a lot of talking. I want to do some more blowing up. Pull. Splitter charge, attack, detonate. Now, how effective is this? It's extremely effective. One of the interesting things you have to learn is how many charges to detonate on, because you have to kind of get a good feel for how much damage you're gonna do to this guy when you detonate. Oh, come on, pet attack him! I just told you like twice. Splitter charge, detonate. So I'm gonna look here and I'm gonna say, oh, it's 3. I'm gonna misjudge it on purpose here and detonate. And it's alive. Now, after that, I'm going to hit Quick Shot. Quick Shot here is one of the basic Ranger abilities, and the reason I have it on the bar is for grinding. If I have an enemy down to like under 10% or 10, 20%, something like that, and I just detonated, then rather than attach more charges and detonate them, I just hit Quick Shot real quick because it's so cheap just to finish them off. Like, let me try it again. Hopefully I can get a better example for you. Okay, here we go. So let's say I think 3 will do it, and I detonate, and it doesn't, so I'm going to just hit Quick Shot for the rest. As you can see. Just shoot them down for the rest, no problem. It's easier than just than doing a combo with Blast Charge and detonate again. Another one. Well, this is a dangerous place to film. I can't go 5 seconds without aggroing something. This guy's really low on health, so I'm going to do, so 3 will definitely do it. Oh, no, maybe not. Quick Shot, kill him. There we go. You don't have to use Quick Shot. There's other options too. For example, if you, instead of Ranger, if you went for Marksman and you actually put a lot of points into it, you can have access to some really amazing abilities. Specifically, you can have access to. Let me show you here in preview mode. With 8 points, you can get Deadeye Shot, which is just a really killer finisher. Although you're going to generally be using Detonate, this is still really powerful. But you can get where is it here? Empowered Shot. Empowered Shot is another great pulling ability. It's a little better than Splinter Shot, so you get there, So if you did want to go Marksman, you'd also get Repelling Shot. It's not bad, and you don't. But the thing is, I find myself fairly highly reliant on my pet as Saboteur because you don't have a lot of defensive abilities. You have no way to heal yourself or anything like that. But speaking of healing yourself, this is where Riftstalker comes in, the sub-spec. Rift Scavenger, when your current combo point target is killed, unused combo points are refunded, giving you a heal. So that's even better if you do that quick shot spam at the end, like I mentioned. Then if you wind up building up like 3 combo points of doing that, then you get a quick heal. Now, it doesn't heal your pet, unfortunately, but it's still pretty helpful. So that's definitely a recommended talent if you can get up there. You also want to grab boosted recovery along the way. I mean, obviously, look how powerful that is. And you can get some other defensive ability, whether it's increased endurance, which is hit points, or blessed exceptional resilience, which causes you to gain a minus damage taken buff after being crit. Armor value, and then of course your attack power one, which you want to be the first one that you get. But even if you don't go that strategy, even if you don't go that deep into the tree, you still get a lot of nice stuff from Riftstalker. You still get this blink, which is like the most important thing. This blink is just a lifesaver. I mean, it's real simple, but obviously, many times it can help you escape. It can help you kill somebody. It can do all kinds of stuff. Another good thing I got from not Riftstalker but from Ranger is a crippling shot. Now, it hasn't come up too often here, obviously, because I have a pet, but if you are in, let's say you're in PvP, this will help you catch up to someone who's running away. The other option, besides using Crippling Shot, is using Caltrop Charge, but the problem is it's only 10% per charge, so you have to do full 5 charges just to get a 50% debuff, which sucks. But with Crippling Shot, it's just 30 energy, 10-second cooldown, and it fires off instantly. So, how do I feel about the Saboteur? Well, it's fun. It's definitely different. It's probably one of the most unique classes available to the Rogue. And, you know, it's kind of like a mix of a Survival Hunter from WoW, but then this whole Detonate Blast Charge thing is unique. I don't think I've ever played a class like that before, so I gotta give him points for that. It's interesting. Building up your combo points without doing damage is different, but you know, it's pretty much built around burst damage. I can see this being just monstrously powerful in PvP. I also feel that Saboteur is highly self-reliant and doesn't gain a whole lot from its sub-specs, although the Ranger is pretty good for soloing. The other specs are, you know, you can almost take them or leave them. I tried some other combinations besides the Riftwalker. I tried Nightblade, but I found that incorporating any of the Nightblade's abilities just took away from the damage, because Detonate is so highly reliant on your charges, and your charges are so highly reliant on Detonate. Neither of them can function without the other. And if you're not using them, then why the hell are you even playing a Saboteur? Because that's like your whole system right there. Unless you're just doing it for the traps or something, I don't know. But if you were to switch out, like you say, your Riftstalker for a different spec, I don't know. I tried going Assassin and using Stealth. You cannot apply charges while on Stealth, so I'll just, you know, if you were wondering, sorry, you can't do that. I mean, you can, but it'll take you out of Stealth, obviously, so that's no good. Now, if you were to go Blade Dancer, I mean, you can handle yourself a little bit better in melee, maybe if you take that out of instead of Ranger, but it doesn't really go into well with your charges, so I mean, I can't really recommend that. I mean, I guess I could recommend Bard, but I recommend Bard for anyone because it's such a powerful buff. In addition to that, you can use Invigorated Soul in your Cadence to heal your pet, which is always welcome. So this is a pretty good combo right here, and you get Cadence right away. You can pick up, you know, your Motif buff, and then Invigorated Soul, and then Anthem of Glory with only a few talent points. So maybe it's, you know, that might help. But as it stands, I am going with the recommended one, unless I find that Bard really is that much more effective. So that's it for the Saboteur for today. Thanks for watching. This is Chromar with TGN.